Hey, I'm back. It's not a marathon, but I'm going to try to roll while I can because I got stuck on chapter 6 for a month and a half. So I'm not going to wait. I'm going to try to push it. But like I said, late night, you can go back and do the recording at a later date. But please get this. Look at chapter 6. 6, I did a lot of review in chapter 7. And now here I am in chapter 8 of Revelations. And the 8 right now, we just talked about chapter 7. God had just sealed. First of all, in chapter 6, there was some stars falling into the earth, and this shook everybody up, and it was fear. People was hiding. It was fearful. It was an earthquake. And then he said, okay, I got this wind. Got him down here. Now he can get this wind and just blow it across this earth. But he said, hold back this wind because I'm going to seal my people, his children. He sealed his children. He sealed 12 of his tribe, 12,000 of each one of his tribes, which is 144,000, are sealed to protect them for what's coming before us. And then I did mention that, with Israel's children, it was 12, but then Dan was not protected in his seal. And then Joseph, was a son that got a double portion. So his dad blessed his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, with a portion of his blessings. So Joseph did get his, but his brother but two his kids also. It's like three really, three to his Joseph plus his two, so it's like three things. But here Joseph is his tribe is getting sealed, plus one of his sons is getting sealed. The other son, Ephraim, is not protected in this. And then Dan is not protected in this. He doesn't have that seal. So, that's something to think about, because, but not saying they won't make it, but they're just not protected, and so that's how it is. We can make it, but, you have to get in that place. So reading the book of Revelation, hopefully help us get to a place where we can truly, truly, know where we are and be able to help. Just like, John the Baptist. John the Baptist was born and assigned to come and prepare the way for Christ's return. So preparing the way for Christ to return is this thing that's coming up. And that's what it's all about. So let's see here. This is the seventh seal here. That was chapter 7. He sealed 144,000. And then he explained, that he said after that, then there was a multitude that was at the throne of God. And they all they had white robes. He gave them like their rewards, get them white robes. And they had palms in their hand. And then he said that they will no longer have to worry about suffering. And they were in the presence of God, and he was take care of them. They were there. Already they were there now before this, so that is mighty. And so then chapter 8 right here, this is the seventh seal. So that was the sixth seal. That was the sixth seal that opened up when the stars fell, and then he stopped, he paused, and then he sealed them. So now here we're going over here to the seventh. Chapter 8 is talking about the seventh seal open. And it said, and when he opened the seventh seal, I remember seven is at the end. So the seventh seal, the seventh trump, and the seventh bow. That's 777. And that's going to be the wrap up of this earth transition and transformation when it comes to Revelation. So here, now we're at the seventh seal. And then in the seventh seal, you're going to have the 7 trumpets. And in the 7th trumpet, you're going to have the 7 battles. It's going to be like the 7 going to come up, and they're going to get quicker. They get faster as you get to the end. So, but here it says 8:1. And when he opened the 7th seal, there was a silence in heaven about the space of a half an hour. Just silence. The 7th seal. And then he said, I saw 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. So there's a shifting. They're going to go ahead and get these trumpets to get started. After they had that silence for half an hour, now the angels get into place, and they're going to start these trumpets. And this is John. Remember, John was taken up into heaven, and he was showing this, and he's still up in heaven. They show him this. And then he said here in chapter 2, and I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them was given 7 trumpets, and then 3. And another angel came and stood at the altars, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. Now, every prayer that has been prayed forever is in heaven. And it's in this, and that's what you don't realize. And when it comes to the to the vows, I mean to the last to the bowls at the very end, the last 7 bowls, those are gonna be the prayers coming down, and just he's gonna come throw them down. It's gonna be cast to the earth, and it's gonna bring out judgment. Almost like the prayers can answer, but they bring pain. But here, here they mixing this. Here, these angels here stood at the altar having this golden censer, right? And there was given unto him much incense. So incense was given, and he said and that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints. So he got this. He mixing this incense with all those prayers is up in there. He's mixing them. He's simply getting it. He getting it all seasoned. Season these prayers. These are prayers. Powerful. Pray. It lives beyond your life. Your great parents and grandparents and people, they prayed for you. Those prayers are still there. He's still holding them. Holding. Pray for your children and your children's children and children, because that's what we live on. So those prayers are here. So the prayers of the saints are here. And it says here, and all the prayers was upon the golden altar, which was before God's throne. So these prayers up here, the prayers of the saints, they're up there. And then here at 4, and the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God out of this angel's hand. So God smelt the incense with these people with prayers. These petition went before God. And at 5, and the angels took the incense and filled it with the fire of the altar. So he got fire and put it on this bowl. And then he cast it to the earth. And there were voices and thundering and lightning and an earthquake. So here it is. And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. So now he done threw it down. He done got it simmer up. He done got these prayers, mixed it with some oils, add fire to you, the oil and fire, and boom, he's through it. So now you got the stars that hit this earth. Now these prayers, these people that have prayed, remember the angels at the altar at the 5th seal said, "How long? How long, Lord?" And he said, "Here, just give it some time." So now he's just like stuff is setting up. So now these prayers have come down to this earth. Now these angels finish start sounding. What's going to happen with this here? And it says here, there was an earthquake. Let me see here. It took the censer and filled it with the fire and cast it off. So 15, the angels took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunder and lightning and an earthquake. And in 6, and the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. Now look, and 7, 8, 7, the first angel sound, and there was hail and fire mingled with blood. And they were cast to the earth. And the 3rd part of the trees were burnt up, and all the green grass were burnt. So it attacked the trees, the first trumpet when it sounded. Now here, in verse 8, the 2nd angel sounded, and there was a great mountain burning with fire, and it was cast into the sea, and a 3rd part of the sea became blood. And the 3rd part of the creatures which were in the sea had life died. And the 3rd part of the ships were destroyed. So here you had the trees, and then here the 2nd trumpet, you have the sea. Now here the 3rd trumpet, when it sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the 3rd part of the rivers, and unto the fountains of the water. This is the drinking water now. And the name of the star was called Wormwood. And the 3rd part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the water because they were made bitter. So the water made bitter. People drinking, they died. So you had the trees, you had the sea, and now you got the water, the living water. That's the 3rd. And so now the 4th seal, when the 4th come, let's see here where I'm at. Yeah, at 12, we're at 8 and 12. When the 4th angel sounded, a 3rd part of the sun was smitten. So the sun, the 3rd part of it was smitten, and the 3rd part of the moon, and then a 3rd part of the stars, so that the 3rd part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for the 3rd part of it, and the night likewise. So our days was shortened. A 3rd part of it wasn't even daylight, because this moon now has been, it's darkened, where a 3rd part of this moon will show, and the whole thing doesn't show, not seen. And then Yeah, here we see. Yeah, so here it said was the sun, moon, and the stars were here at the sound at the fourth trumpet. Now in 13, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of the heavens, saying with a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe, to the inhabitants of the earth." So the people that live in this earth, woe, woe, woe. Now, woe, 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 here with these trumpets, going to represent the woe for the fifth trump, woe for the sixth trump, and woe for the seventh trump. He's saying, like, get ready, get ready, get ready. And so, as we get the, like I said now, remember the 144, they're sealed. So, when this is taking place is not about, I mean, you just listen to what's going on in the earth. And you just not being so buckled like, oh my goodness, just have to just kind of just strategize. Okay, let me just listen to this, read it, so get to the end and see exactly how things work and what should take place and see. But here, so yeah, it says here, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. And 13, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets and the three angels which are yet to come. He says, so woe by reason of the other trumpets, the next three trumpets, because you have here that was the four trumpets. So now here at the fifth trumpet, remember I told you that when the fifth seal, that was stars hit the earth, from like a fig tree. So it probably was like dark stars from heaven getting cast out. And now here in chapter 9, maybe I should continue. Well, no, 9 is a large chapter. I'm gonna shut it down, and we're gonna, because I said chapter 8. So I got chapter 8. I'm going to do chapter 9 tonight. And so I can at least get something going on that we can get into the angels and the seventh trumpet. And we'll get into, maybe tomorrow night we can do the seventh trumpet and the two witnesses is coming next. So I'm going to shut it down. I hope, like I said, this is a quick chapter here. But it's just a process of seeing what's going on. And I'm just reading strictly from the Bible so we can get a chance to see what's manifesting. You had the trees, you had the sea, you had the rivers, the sun, moon, and stars. And now here we're going to open, I'm going to shut it down here, and we're going to go to, we're going to get into chapter 9. I'm going to do it tonight because it's late, but just try to come and check it out. Read it, get it later. It'll be a quick one, which is a good thing because the seals and the trumpets, we're rolling. All right, take care. Be blessed.